I am Simon Scholes, the founder and creative director of Perception Studios, this bad boy right here. And we're an award-winning visual marketing agency. We're based in the UK, and we help brands and businesses create content that really helps them stand out. That's visual. So that could be video, animation, aerial work, photography work, specifically for social media content. But we do concentrate as well on helping people create documentary work or showcase videos for their website. In fact, we did a really great, fun health and safety video for a national brand fairly recently, which was good fun. So there's all sorts of different type of content we can help with, but we specialize in the creative behind social media content and really getting your brand and your business out there with content that stands out beyond just taking your average photograph. We can do lots of different things to really make you stand out a bit more. So that's what we do. And then a few years ago, it became quite obvious to me that I wanted to try and help smaller brands, smaller businesses understand what they could do for free, because free as a Yorkshireman was my favorite 4-letter word. So I just wanted to try and help people like yourselves and other businesses who want to start creating content, can't necessarily afford to go to an agency to do everything for them. So they want to understand what they can do themselves and then maybe outsource some of the extra work. So I came up with the How to 9 Times Your Social Media Process, wrote a book about it. It went to #1. Lots of people read it. You can still get hold of a copy right now for free, I might add, through my website. All you have to do is go to perceptionstudios.co.uk, or you can click on the link in my pants. I'll put it in there after the show, and you can go click on that and get a copy of my book absolutely free, and it'll take you through the whole process I take brands and businesses through about what they can do themselves, and then if there's any elements in there that they're not really sure about, then we can help them with those particular elements as well as a business and as a brand. So brilliant. Go and download the book if you've not already got yourself a copy. It's written how I speak. So if you want something that's written like Tolkien, then you're not going to get it. But if you want something written like a Yorkshireman speaks, you're onto a winner. This morning's subject, I don't know what to talk about. I don't know how to get started. That's generally the big thing I get from a lot of people. I don't know what to talk about. I know I should be doing social media, but I've got nothing to say. Everybody has something to say. Everybody has value to give. Don't fool yourself into believing, or even more so, don't make the mind up for the people who might consume your content. Don't sit there and go, oh, well, all I do is sell DVDs. Nobody will give a shit about that, because there'll be somebody out there who does. So rather than making the mind up for them, start making some content that gives them some value so they can start following you and then going, wow, this guy really knows his DVD stuff, or this girl really knows her DVD stuff, whatever. Don't make the mind up for the audience. Just start actually making some content. That's the same as selling as well. Don't make the mind up for the person who you're trying to sell for. So in the end, you end up not selling at all, which is an issue I have myself. We're not going to go delving into that one right now. But yeah, you just got to get out of your own head a little bit sometimes and start making some content. But knowing what you're going to be talking about does make life horrifically easier than just diving into a live session and having no idea where you're going with it. Every time I do a live session, I know what I'm going to be talking about. If any questions come in, brilliant. If they don't, we've still got some great value out there for you to actually consume and get through and stuff like that. So here we go. Have you thought about planning? Now, this is more work. I know it's hard work making social media work for you, but if you don't put a plan in place, you are more than likely not going to create content because you're really struggling with it, because you don't know what you're going to be talking about. If you have a plan in place, if you understand where you're going with your content, and you don't necessarily have to go, right, okay, I'm going to make this piece of content and I'm going to post it here, 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 and here. That's great if you do, but actually just get yourself onto that first rung of the ladder and start planning content, full stop. What are you going to talk about each and every single day, or even just for that week? So you can plan an entire week's content. You can go, right, okay, I'm a car electrician. and I'm going to talk about dead batteries, because right now I'm sure there are millions of people who have been trying to go to work and found that they haven't started their car in weeks and the battery's completely dead. So what can you teach them about charging a dead battery, and take them through that process in your content, but then plan the next weeks and the weeks after and the weeks after that. So if you could plan maybe a full month's worth of content, so you've only really got 4 subject matters to necessarily come up with, then you could really be helping a lot of people with those subject matters. And you have a plan in place, so you're really helping yourself. So then you can actually write a blog on that subject matter. You can make a video on that subject matter. You can edit parts out of that video on that subject matter. You can make memes on that subject matter. You can make a podcast on that subject matter, because you've already got that plan in place. You know what you're going to be talking about, rather than just going, okay, let's press go. Yep, not sure what I'm here to talk about today, but how are you doing? Welcome to another live session. That doesn't really bode well as a good start, does it? But if you have a subject matter you know you're going to be talking about, then you can really actually engage with the audience instantly. Hi, I'm Bob. I'm a car mechanic, and what we do is we help businesses fix their cars, whatever. I don't know. I'm not a car mechanic. I don't know what your pitch would be. And today we're going to talk about how you would make sure that your dead battery isn't always a dead battery by charging it. And here's some little hints and tips. Take your battery out when you're charging it rather than leaving it in the car. Make sure that everything's switched off before you try and start your engine. All those kind of things would be hints and tips to people, and that would help them. And you can do that with any business. So start thinking about planning your content. Put a plan in place for your content for the next month. That's what I'm asking you right now. If you run a brand and a business right now and you're out there and you are not making any content, or you don't feel you're making enough content, plan the next month. Whether that means planning every single day for a month, or whether that means planning a piece of content every single week, then get it done. Plan that content so that you can actually start putting it out and actually start creating. Now, if you want to make planning even easier, you can tie things into different days around the world on different dates. So, for example, I've got a couple of websites I use, spoken these before. I will put them in the links below when we finish this live broadcast. I use nationaltoday.com, which generally comes up with American days, but sometimes there's stuff in there that's international. So in America right now, it's National Buttermilk Biscuit Day. Did you know that? I bet you didn't. I don't even know what a buttermilk biscuit is. And in the UK right now, and this is something Chris has just brought up right now as well, it is indeed Dance Like a Chicken Day. So yeah, indeed, there you go. It's a TikTok video idea for you right there. And what else could you maybe tie it into as well? Or maybe you're just going to use it as a piece of content to show that your business can have a bit of fun as well as being in business. But there's loads of sites like that. There's loads of ways that you can find out what different events are happening around the world on different days ahead of time, so that you can plan your content, go into it prepared, or even better still, actually plan your content and then start creating content for those particular plans ahead of time. So when it comes to the day, like it is National Dance Like a Chicken Day, I had a piece of content already prepared because I made it 3 weeks ago, because I already knew it was going to happen. And I already had a blog written about National Chicken Dance Day because I already knew it was going to happen. And I've already got a podcast created about Dance Like a Chicken Day because it was already going to happen. So all those kind of things you could have planned in your head or planned down on a spreadsheet for your business, for your brand. And it gives you time as well to think about ideas. So you could go through and go, right, okay, what's happening when? Okay, I'm not really sure how I would tie that in, but let me just have a think about it. Ping in the middle of the night when you're laid in bed, have a notepad and a pencil next to your bed. I've got an idea, scribble it down, go back to sleep again. Just having that plan in place, really, trust me, it will make a huge difference.